Huzzah!
Hi, everyone. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with...
In his cups. I'm in cusp.
I'm
Oberon.
a cusp. You're not a cusp.
I know. I'm responding to the chat.
Okay, whatever. You're Oberon. Me, Banshee. Hi.
Hi, Sal.
Hey, everybody. We're getting in before the storms hit. Maybe they're lessening. I don't know. Some of the storms in the line were weakening.
And I'm a little warm.
So just in case... Actually, no. I've got my weather radio handy.
Hi, Helen. Hey,
Hi,
Victoria. Thank you for taking up the list.
Everybody thank Victoria for standing in for Violet today, who needed a day off. And, if you don't want to leave your question, it's okay. We'll just say, but it's on you. If you're not here when you're called, then no second chances. So that's why we ask you to leave your question, because we'll do the readings in order. So that's all. I'm not going to harangue people about that.
Right.
All right. So Helen has arrived too. I always do my backup list, which is often wrong. All right. Anyway, hey, let's do another card from the Season of the Witch Litha Oracle, because summer solstice is almost here. Victoria and I have been attending Llewellyn Con sessions, free sessions where authors talk about their books for about a half hour or things related to that. And they were talking about banshees today. This fine older gentleman who was so enthusiastic about it. He was fun. He told some great stories.
Oh, Scorpio, it hasn't been that long, has it? Well, it's been a couple of weeks for sure.
Aww.
Good to see you again.
We miss you. We miss people who just, every so often, I haven't mentioned you, Scorpio, but every so often I'll mention somebody and where have they been? And then suddenly on the next show, they're there. So we don't know how that happens. It's happened to Mr. O too. We don't know how that happens. We're not trying to control people.
So, as we usually say, our Thursday night show tends to be a little less busy.
So we might get a little more chatty.
We might. And it is...
Did you pull two?
No.
Okay.
Fruit wine.
Fruit wine? What number is
10.
Number 10. Fruit wine. It's wine. I'm in.
Bradley Cooper.
Hey, Kara. Hey, Kara. Victoria's taken the list for us today, so you could leave your question with her if you want. All right.
Hi, Kara.
Fruit wine. The keywords are, can you guess? Celebration, invitation, breaking the ice. I like that. It's time to get out there and be social, to make new friends, build relationships, and invite people along on your journey. Your chances of success will increase tremendously with the help of others. If you are seeking love, consider asking friends and family to make introductions or set you up on a blind date. Well, I don't know about that one, but anyway, set you up on a blind date. If you're starting a business, seeking a partner who shares an interest in your plans a partner who shares an interest in your plans may be the missing piece. Perhaps it's too much to go it alone. So have someone to share the hardships as well as the successes, and it can reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed that you've been feeling on your own. The card can also represent the presence of a kindred spirit, someone who understands you as though you were the same. There's a promise of lifelong kinship and a mutually beneficial pairing of support. The sense here is that you have found your folks and are experiencing the sense of coming home. They say a shadow side of the card, but since it is not reversed, I'm not going there because I don't think it was reversed. So the fruit wine, celebrate. Celebrations can take all sorts of twists and turns. And I think here too, this is talking about celebrating working together on something. I think that when you work together with friends or family or whatever, when you were working on a team at work, hey, sometimes it can be contentious. It's true, even with siblings, etc., if you're working with family. But for the most part, it can be a really beneficial experience for everyone. And so this is saying to celebrate, and, look to others to support you in some way. For example, like the idea with the relationship, setting you up on that, I don't know about that blind date, but, maybe taking you places where you can meet people and introducing you to some of their friends.
Well, as a 10, of course, it contains the idea of maybe the Wheel of Fortune, the idea of, starting a new cycle or perhaps completing a cycle. So it's sort of ambiguous in a sense of why we're celebrating, but hey, anytime's a good time to celebrate.
You betcha. I love sangria, Victoria.
Oh my goodness, sangria.
It's been a while, but I do love it.
That's right.
Or a new cat. Well, I'd love one, but really, the space is not good enough for another cat. And my 3 might have something to say about that.
They'll
All right.
scratch its eyes out.
So that's what we have for the collective. Let's move on and do some reads. I have a bundle of oracle cards here. I don't know if Mr. O brought any today, but if anybody wants an oracle reading, I have plenty here. All right. Let's start with, Victoria, you were first, but are you putting yourself
But you're now
last?
But you're now last.
We'll put you last because that makes sure you stay.
Because it's the job.
All right. Oh, I've got the Lenormand. You've got a tarot.
And the
so
cell
go
wants
ahead.
a general love reading for 2024, what's left of it. So I'm going to use my Princess Tarot for that. The Tarot of the Princesses.
The best is always last, Victoria. Ask Violet.
The best is for last.
Oh, did I not turn on my cute thing? I put new batteries in it. And, there we go.
All right, 3 cards.
You having a problem?
I'm just looking. It's the reversed Queen of Swords.
Okay.
The upright 4 of Pentacles. And the reversed Hierophant. Major Arcana 5.
Well, for love for the rest of the year. Jeez. The reversed Queen of Swords kind of worries me a little bit, Asal. This is saying be careful of the choices you make in romance and love this year. That is assuming you are going to have some choices, and you might. But the thing is, make good decisions. Think about what's right for you. Don't allow, love or the sense of wanting a relationship really badly to put you in a position where you make bad decisions. That would be one thing. The 4, I'm going to stop there. I think I want to take this card by card.
Oh, okay. And I want to sort of go through the whole thing.
Oh, do you see something here? Then go ahead.
My feeling is that something that maybe comes of obligations that may come to you in this year are going to maybe curtail some of your ambitions for finding a romantic partner. I sort of feel you're going back and forth between maybe some things you have to do. The Queen of Swords reverse could be about those decisions or processes that you have to take. This, I get the feeling, is connected to maybe other parts of your family or maybe community structure. And of course, the Hierophant reversed, does sort of sound like a community standards kind of thing. The 4 of Pentacles is saying maybe you're pulling away from that social scene because
It's
of
upright,
these.
isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because of these obligations, you're sort of. Oh wait, that's the Pentacles. I'm sorry, I was
Yeah.
thinking of the Swords. Whoops, take that back. But this does sort of suggest that maybe this is a time for you being a little bit more on your inward side and maybe not as extroverted towards social things. I could be wrong, but I just got the feeling that maybe, some obligations are going to kind of pull you out of social structures for a little while.
I kind of like this, what he said, but I'm looking at this again and thinking about this queen in relation to the Four of Pentacles. And I'm wondering here, Estelle, if you're holding on to something that you really need to do, that is not the right thing to do. It's not the right choice. And when I say that, I'm speaking in terms of holding on to some ideas, maybe holding on to some beliefs of who your partner or lover should be, or where you should be going to seek out a relationship. Something you're holding on to is causing you to make decisions that may not be conducive to bringing love in your life this year. And I think with the Hierophant reversed at the end, I think it's saying you really have to break out of this. You have to break free. You have to think outside this box you might have put yourself in to potentially open things up to, to inviting more love and romance in your life. And I'm going to throw out the Lenormand while he is tinkering there. I think the screen is still up, so I can do that. The first card I drew, I'm pretty sure, was this one. It was the snake. Well, I've pretty much got it in there. And then the child. And I could take this two ways here, really. I could take this by saying you might meet somebody who may be a little bit lacking in maturity and, is playing games, is kind of playing games with you. So beware this year if somebody enters your life who's younger, that they really have the maturity, because I think here there could be a betrayal of some sort. It's possible here that, they may be dating others when you think that, you're under a different impression that they might be dating you. That's a possibility. The other thing I see with this card is more personal and maybe in line with what I was saying here, is that, you have to let go of something. Children need to grow. Children need to grow. And so you're betraying yourself if you do not take the steps, even if it's small steps, to change some attitude or some mindset that you're holding on to that may be, hampering your ability to find romance in your life.
Estelle, I like what she's saying, and I think you should consider that. But she's kind of made me see a resonance between, maybe what she's saying about somebody who has, some, maturity issues possibly, and or sort of like acting out in a way, and then that idea about the Hierophant reversed, that maybe this represents an unconventional personality that you may feel drawn to at first, but then you may feel like, that choice would not necessarily be a good one. You may have to be strong-minded about choosing to not, stick around with that if you really do feel that there's just nothing really very, very viable for you. And maybe it's because of those reasons that she articulated pretty well. I think that's what we got.
That's what we've got for 2024. I hope something turns up. And it's still like there's a half a year left to sell. So I'd say in another couple months you could check again and see if the outlook has shifted for the year. If not much has been happening, okay? So
Great.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Let's Scorpio is up. Hi, Scorpio. Good
Hi,
to see
Scorpio,
you again.
and good to see you back again. Thanks for coming back. What do you see happening to me these next 2 weeks? So, right.
2 weeks. Okay.
And I'll be doing the Lenormand then.
I'll be doing the Tarot Illuma.
I think I brought enough decks here to
Did
go
you? I took a
all
couple
the way
out.
through.
And I added one. What did I add in? Oh, the Curious Creatures Tarot again from Chrisanne.
Well, I'm excited because several of my favorite people are going to be working with me Saturday. Happy hour will be pretty succinct because I'm going to work, but I get to take some tarot cards and show them to some of my coworkers.
You're taking different decks? Do you want to borrow any of mine to show?
Well, actually, one of my coworkers who got me the Buffy the Vampire Slayer deck, and I promised him I would read with that deck.
Okay.
So I'm taking that one at least. We've been mostly well, Thanks for asking. Hope you have too.
Well, maybe I should get together with a friend.
While I'm at work?
Wait a minute. Saturday's the last day of Llewellyn Con. I'm not going anywhere. Darn it. Yeah, well, you're at work. Exactly. You're going to be reading with your coworkers. You're going to have a good day.
Come on, get it together here.
I am. I'm thinking.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
We're in terrible danger.
I like that deck.
Me too. Except when I see the image reversed, because I know it's a reversed card. But it's not a terrible reverse card in some ways. It's the Four of Coins, the Four of Pentacles reversed.
Oh, we had that last time.
Yeah, we had it upright.
It was upright.
We have our card of the day today. It can be challenging when reversed, but he is upright. The King of Swords.
The King of Swords. Pretty colors.
And we've got Temperance upright.
Oh, I like it.
So interesting energy here.
All right, so let's take a look at our Lenormand. Is that the Crossroads?
Yes.
And the King.
Yes. Ooh.
Nice. Okay, so filling it out, we have the Crossroads. Nice image there. And the Key. Nice.
Wow, this is so awesome. It's an interesting reading, Scorpio. I don't know what's going on in your life or for the next 2 weeks, but I think I'm going to start with that King of Swords here and say, there may be some hefty decisions coming your way, and I think it relates to something that you do need to consider letting go of. You need to consider this. Now, in the other reading, there was somebody holding on to something and, not wanting to necessarily let it go, but it's necessary. This is something that I feel you realize either it's outlived its usefulness, it's not bringing you joy anymore, or you're not getting out of it what you had expected. And I feel like once you make this important decision, you will be more balanced. Things will start to ease for you. You'll feel less stress. You will just maybe this will free up some time in your life to carry on some other projects or goals that you wanted to work on.
If this is about a personal relationship, it may be that you've decided there's a level of codependency or issues there that you might need to deal with in some way. I don't think it's a little glib to talk about any relationships sometimes, because sometimes relationships do need to end even when both people don't realize that. But this, if it is that or whatever it is, Scorpio, a cessation or a decision to do something that strengthens you and basically will bring a sense of peace and balance. And I feel like this situation has gone on long enough for a time to where you feel you really have approached the crossroads here, and understanding that this change maybe is not so much about a relationship, but about really fortifying yourself for where you see your life really taking you, the key to your life.
Well, I'm not going to rule out a relationship, but I
Sure.
don't think I want to go there necessarily, although it could be. But I think here too, when I look at that King of Swords, I do feel here that maybe still you're really giving this some careful consideration. And the King, knows how to make decisions and knows that, that anything important needs to take the time and the effort to make sure you're making the right choices. It may just be about eliminating some things in your life to, like I said, either free up time to do something you need to do, or how about just taking it a little easier and de-stressing if things have been kind of chaotic in your life. And the key here to me is, yes, see, you are at that crossroads. You're at that crossroads of thinking about what to do. Maybe by the time the 2-week period is over, you'll know what needs to be done. That would be my hope anyway. So I hope that resonated with you, and I wish you luck with that.
The only other clue I have is that, with the coins there, maybe this is something to do with, your prosperity or overall, objectives
It could
of
be.
getting ahead. But this could probably apply to a few areas in your life, maybe. All right.
So good luck with that.
Good luck, Scorpio. All right. Thank you for that. Appreciate
Sonny
knowing
wants
that.
my pen. Silly cat. Wait, you should let me put the ink back before
And we have Jennifer's question. Well, we don't have Jennifer's question.
Oh, hey,
Jennifer, you've done this before, so you better
Wait,
watch
is it
out.
Jennifer? Is Jennifer up? Okay.
I'll tell you what.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
gonna give you a little bit of a
Nicole
chance.
is up. She's just asking Jennifer for a question.
Sorry.
Nicole is up. I gotcha.
Sorry. Need more liquid.
Nicole wants to know how Oliver feels about her. All right, Mr. O is getting a beverage. We'll give him a minute. Did I have a tie on this? I didn't recall. Okay. Well, just reminding everybody, things are normal for the rest of this week. We will have happy hour on Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will miss a Llewellyn session, but hey, I can watch the replay on that one.
I'm sorry. It was my deck, wasn't it? Ooh, talk about
Hi, Nicole.
dead stop.
Okay, so how does Oliver feel about me is the question.
Alrighty.
If that guides your deck choices. All right.
I'm a little thirsty tonight, sorry.
Well, hydrate. It's been in the 90s today here.
So I'm going to use my, oh, darn it. Oh, okay.
It's going to be 93 to 95 from Monday through Friday next week here. Whew.
And this is the Legend Arthurian Tarot.
But we get a little reprieve this weekend back into the 80s.
Nope, sangria would only make me more thirsty.
I want a margarita.
Yeah, I don't know what to do if we're going to get to be Texas weather. I'm going to have to move up to Quebec or something.
Well, I don't know if it's much better there, really, to be honest, these days. Yes, it's Texas weather.
All right, Nicole, here's your cards. First, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Shields. And then we have the Hierophant again, only he's upright this time. And then another ace, wow, the Ace of Spears. And I think the spears are actually wands. Because
So
I
it's
think
the
they have
first one, the
swords.
Ace of Swords?
No, it's shields, and
Shields.
that's
Pentacles.
pentacles.
Got it. The Ace of Pentacles?
Yes,
The
and the Ace of Wands.
Holy moly. So, I wonder, Nicole, are you guys communicating? I mean, I know you're asking how he feels, but are you communicating at all? Is this a crush, or is there an actual relationship started here? It's kind of important with where I want to go with this reading.
And I'll just say that,
Go ahead.
the idea of the two aces does make this sort of look like is a strong interest. A lot of times aces look like beginnings of enterprises
A
or
little.
projects.
Okay.
So this could be saying that Oliver does have some sort of interest,
Well, okay. I think here there could be the start of something growthful. You have the Ace of Pentacles here, which is about growth and development. And then we have
Ace of Wands.
the Ace of Wands,
Good for relationships
which, my
or
goodness,
friendships.
is really a good sign for a relationship. It wouldn't, I mean, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say this, Nicole. It wouldn't surprise me if you did get some sort of an invitation from this person, for a date. It could grow into something. The Hierophant here,
That puts a real serious slant on
it does.
A lot of times the Hierophant talks about societal traditions or conventions leading up to the idea of, sanctioned marriages or partnerships in some sense.
Well,
it may be a little too early for that, but it's
know.
kind of interesting that it shows up.
Is he thinking that you're marriage material? It's possible. But I also wonder here, when I see these two aces, and I spoke to you about an invitation, that maybe it's an invitation to attend some celebration with him, some formal kind of celebration, whether it's like a church celebration or, if you were into magical practices, some ritual celebration, or if you were into, if he has a family member getting married, something like that you'd be invited to attend the wedding with him.
From a personality point, it sort of makes him look like a real, kind of upright, standing kind of character. So it could be that they may be a little bit more of a traditionalist in terms of that, marriage is approached in a certain way, and that is the outcome of a relationship. But it's really maybe too early if you're only, but this sort of could indicate some sort of level of interest.
There's definitely there could be some elevated interest here in time. And let's look at my Lenormand just to give you an idea about that. Yes, Sonny, I got to let you go a minute here.
Yes, if Helen and Jennifer are out there, go ahead and give us your questions.
The first card I drew is the Broom or the Whip. And the second card is the Lilies.
The Lilies.
Yeah,
It sounds like it could end up being Whirlwind.
Well, in a way, doesn't it kind of look like that? But, the Lilies often talks about slow growth and maturation. It could talk about innocence. It could maybe talk about a quick, a first date of some sort. I'm not going to rule that out because of this card, but I almost feel like, this may take a little bit of time to mature, and once it does, it'll really take off. Maybe that's why the broom is in the position here it is. So I have a feeling, maybe you're on the right track in keeping the dialogue going, talking as you can, if you're really interested, and allow this thing to grow. It may suddenly turn into something.
So it seems like if the idea on your part is that maybe this is something that is an attraction going somewhere, these cards seem to support that idea to some degree. It's kind of interesting because in a way there's sort of a semi-slight paradox between those two, the idea of, growing naturally and then, it's time to hit the gas. But maybe that's how it works with some people, is like they take your measure and then all of a sudden they're convinced that they want to pursue. So, of course, that just means you need to make sure you handle that on your end the way you want it to be handled.
I think that, let's just say for now, that things seem to be on a positive track. And even if it seems slow, maybe that's just the way it's meant to be right now. And like I said, just keep the dialogue going, keep it going, and see where it leads you. I wish you luck with that.
All right. Good luck. And we are on Jennifer then. And thank you for the question.
I would like to know, will me and my daughter be relocated to a new place in July? Oh, Sonny. Sonny and the evil pen. He wants it. But this is my flashlight pen, Sonny. You can't
By the
have
way,
it.
Kara, I do happen to have the Tarot of the Northern Shadows here. So if you like, we can use that for your Odin question.
Oh, this flashlight's never been used.
It's not enough of a beam.
He's still wondering about it. Okay. Sorry. Sorry for that sunny interlude there. Oh, well, I guess I can't get that back on there. Okay. Is it my deck or yours?
It's your deck.
Oh, it is my deck. Shoot. Okay. I'm sorry.
He is a cat disco. Just talking to Victoria.
Oh, okay. Okay. He needs a cat disco. Relocated to a new place in July. Should we do a yes/no on this first?
Let's try it first and then fill it out
We
if we
might
need
want to
to.
throw some factors into why or why not it's happening. Yeah, after. I agree.
Disco. Disco duck.
Using my Radiant Wild Tarot. Looks pretty wild.
Why are you staring at me like that? You're supposed to stare into the camera.
Mr. O, it's Friday.
It's Thursday.
It's Friday tomorrow.
Oh, so I should be talking about
And we
something.
got to be planning our cards of the day for the week ahead, so you're up for a deck, don't forget.
But also, I should mention that I have a slight new gig on the emotional exchanges. At the end of the general elemental readings, I will also pull several cards quickly for each of those elemental signs. Find out who's coming towards you. And of course, we'll be back on Sunday with our regular live stream. And I've time-stamped it too, so after the initial run of it, you can just hit on the timestamp and go exactly to your elemental sign. And by the way, I noticed that you guys were talking about your cusp dates, October 22nd and 23rd, I think they were. And if so, no, it is not Bradley Cooper. Is that the one who does Groot? No, that's Vin Diesel.
Wow.
I am Groot. I don't
Well,
think you want that.
it's leaning towards no. It's not a definite no, but it's leaning towards no. I'm going to give you the last card first because it was the only ace I had. And it was the Ace of Cups, and I literally got it on the 13th final card. So that was kind of interesting. The other cards that came up, the next one in the middle is the Six of Wands upright. And then Strength reversed. And it definitely tells a story here, in my opinion. I think you're going to have to get rather aggressive in order to pull that off. I don't know if you have a place in mind if you're waiting for an approval, but if you don't, July is almost here. So I think you're going to have to really apply more effort into making this happen if you want to change this no into a yes. And with the Six of Wands here, seek out people who support you. whether it's friends, family, coworkers, whatever the case may be, that might be able to help you find a place if you're having trouble finding a place.
It's not going to be impossible, Jennifer, but it seems like it's really more likely to not work out. Like Banshee says, there's probably going to be a level of assertiveness or action that needs to happen that you can possibly bring to the situation. I like what you said about the Six of Wands, because I feel like there's somebody maybe who could notice this situation and maybe present some options or some help here. But in general, with the Lenormand, I see that there's a crossroads moment still going on here too. But it's tempered by the heart.
Well,
and so I wonder if that just means that therefore, but with the grace of God or whoever, you may be able to push this into motion, but you're going to need a lot of support.
well, you have to put your heart into it, I think, and step away from the crossroads. You're going to have to make a decision or a choice on something. Hopefully that means there will be options for you. But I think it won't come unless you seek out some support. The Six of Wands, besides that, is a card of victory. And, that this is like, victories aren't often achieved alone. For example, even where an athlete is concerned, sure, they have the skill, they have the ability, but they go through training, rigorous, they go through coaching, they have people who support them financially, sponsors, etc. And so you have to look at it that way. You might need some support if you really want to pull this off in July. And put your heart into it, put your passion into it, and, make a choice, a move, or decision, or make a choice, maybe this is just saying, to seek out some help if you want to make this happen. I know you've been talking about relocating for some time now, so clearly it hasn't happened for you yet, so I think you might have to seek out some help from some other place to make it so.
But don't be a Debbie Downer totally. I'm looking at the numerology here, the 22 on the one Lenormand and the 24 on the other. Those reduce to 10, which reduces to 1, and 1 is a starting number. So I think it is a possible sign saying you can find this energy, or you need to find this energy in order to continue moving it in that direction. Good luck.
I don't think we need to do another reading. I think this was pretty succinct.
Yeah.
And it gave us enough information to give you some advice on what you're going to need to do to pull this off. Remember, it is not a definite no. You can turn this around. So do what you can. Do what you can, and I wish you luck.
Take care.
Wow, Sonny, you really are going after this pen. What is your deal? What is your deal? Silly.
Helen.
All right, I think we're on Libra now. Oh, Helen.
Helen.
Okay.
No, it is Libra.
So it is Libra.
We just
She's
need
getting
to get
ahead.
Helen's question. Libra, what hidden messages do I need to know? So that sounds like your reading, and I'm going to...
Pistachio, Kara. No. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Or maybe mint chocolate chip. I'll give you that.
No, that's okay. I'm getting used to your style. Okay, hidden messages do I need to know? So that sounds like a good reason to use my Secrets Tarot. Yes.
All right.
That sounds really good, Victoria. I am jealous if that's what you're having right now.
A doctor, ice cream float. Oh. Ice cream floats would be good. God, I haven't had one of those in ages.
Oh, I love mint chocolate chip too. I like the unusual ice creams. I have to be honest. There was an ice cream that Baskin-Robbins 31 made years ago, and I haven't seen it in many decades. It was more like a chocolate sherbet with a tart orange flavor, and I think it was called Mandarin Chocolate Orange or Mandarin Chocolate, something like that. And they don't make it apparently anymore, or it's not available. Oh my goodness, it was so good.
Salted caramel. Ah, I love salted caramel.
Mandarin chocolate sherbet.
All right.
Okay, so hidden messages that Libra would need to know.
Sounds like my reading.
Yes. With my cards, the Secret Tarot. Spumoni. We had a spumoni in our old neighborhood when I was a kid. All right. Hidden messages. The Ten of Wands reversed. There's something you need to let go of that is sort of an obligation you don't really need, or it's just something that hinders you. It may seem like it's just a burden, but it's something that you can shift away.
You know, until I see the rest of the cards, I'm going to go with this, but I might change my mind. But I have a feeling when I saw this card, that what you need to know, or what's hidden, what hidden message you need to know is you need to let go of something inside that's burdening you. You know, I feel like this is, you're talking about hidden messages here. There's something burdening you right now that you need to release. Do you need to get something off your chest with someone, for example? Or do you need to just, let go of some grief or some sorrow or some emotions that you kind of got locked inside? You need to maybe talk it out with someone. Whatever the case may be, you need to release it.
All right, so why is this important? If Banshee didn't tell you enough, the Two of Wands. Because you can't control your world. You can't really order your world without giving a truth to this, without speaking this in a way.
It seems as though it may have something to do with something you were hoping to accomplish or manifest in your life. And I mean, that can be on a personal nature as well. You want a happy home life that you don't have, or you want, you want a certain type of relationship with your partner or commitments that you're not getting. Something is off, and it's kind of holding you up as far as you getting what you were hoping to in life right now. And so where are things headed?
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I was catching up on something. It's the reverse Three of Pentacles.
Well, it could cause a disruption. It could cause a disruption in how you interact with anybody involved in this situation. It could lead to some inability of being able to work it out for some time. I mean, number one, just because you're getting something off your chest that you desire doesn't immediately mean that everybody's going to cooperate on that, okay? So you might have some work to do here to get everybody on board with this.
Yeah, this is a sort of game changer, that this is where it could lead to if those actions end up going that way, and that it might just really flip the script in a way. You might have to come up with a new plan to do whatever it was you're doing, or to move on from there if the revelation or whatever causes a sort of big change in things. So be prepared for a change. Be prepared for maybe some things to feel like they're going to take a little longer or be a little bit harder to get back to normal.
Now, that being said, as we look at these cards, we have two wand cards here, right?
Yeah.
And we have a pentacle card. So I can't rule out that this could be work-related, Libra. It's possible that maybe there's something you need to get off your chest and talk to a manager about at work, or maybe put a coworker in their place. I'm not going to rule that out. But let's take a look at what these cards were, because I thought they were very interesting.
So the first card is the book. And the second one is you. It's the lady.
Well, it could be.
It could be you. It could be somebody
It could be
else.
somebody else. If this is like somebody that you have to talk to or talk at, and you're going to learn a lot from going through this. I think that this person maybe needs to hear what you have to say.
Ooh.
But beyond that, I think there's another message here. And the message is, you know what? This is your life. This is your story. Okay? It's a book. This is your story. And you need to be in charge of your story. And so if something is holding you back and holding you down, it's time to release that and get to the bottom of it and and work it out with whoever you need to work it out with.
I would have to agree. And I think I like what you said there, because I think that, the idea about the book and then the Two of Wands, the control of your world or your plans or your progress. Good luck, Libra. No, I think it's good.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
good reading.
good luck. I think it's an interesting reading because we all need, we bottle things up, we hold back, we maybe make sacrifices in that regard because we feel we have to for family, for friends, for work, whatever. But you can only bottle things up for so long before you need to release it. You need to unburden yourself now and try to get everybody on board with this. And it won't be easy, but I think it will help you get on track to where you want to go in life. So good luck with that.
Alrighty, and we didn't get a question from Helen. So, Helen, if you can actually hear us now, you're up, and we need your question. I hate to miss you. If you do, come back shortly before we end up closing, because we don't have a lot of readings.
That's right. Looks like we're going to end early again tonight.
So let's talk about the shows. Happy Hour is on tomorrow. I don't have a promo screen for it. Banshees Material Matters is on Sunday. That's at 10 a.m. It's a recorded show, but you can join us in our chat room live as it premieres. Banshee gives other information on the reading for each of the signs of the zodiac, and we have some fun. Sip our coffee or beverage
Sip our
of choice.
coffee. Enjoy life. All right.
Later on that day, we are on our regular live stream here on YouTube. But we also want you to know that you can find us with daily cards, oracles, and inspiration on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, Threads, and Bluesky. And occasionally we like to just comment about other stuff, politics, or whatever else is going on. So join our tribe. Chat with us.
Well, I have chair yoga dance this morning, Victoria, and tomorrow, late in the day after Llewellyn Con, we've made an appointment with our trainer because we didn't want to go next week when it's going to be 90 plus degrees.
We'll go tomorrow when it's almost 90.
No, it's only going to be 80 tomorrow.
Woohoo!
It's a reprieve. And we'll take it. All right. So let's go on to Kara. Hey, Kara.
Hi, Kara. And we're going to let me use the Tarot of the Northern Shadows for Kara.
Of course. I'll do this again.
Well, it's a pity, isn't it? So if Helen does happen to show up in the next few, we could just add her in. Try to grab that
Well,
question.
maybe we'll be nice and do that. All right. Because I did say no second chances. Yeah, I don't blame you going after the crowd dies down. That's a great strategy. Mr. O does that a lot, going after he gets off of work on some nights during the week.
It's a little less crowded, so that's mostly the main reason I go, I think. What was the question from Kara?
Yeah, I don't see Kara's question.
I think it was earlier. You're slipping, Victoria. Do you have it?
Would Odin and Freya be okay if I work with the Tuthla de Danann. Both are part of my ancestry.
Yes, that's kind of like the Celtic stuff. Well, Celtic and Norse, there's a sympathy there. It's not
Now
exactly.
they both have the question there. I had to go all the way back to find it. You owe me some salted caramel, Victoria. I'm just kidding.
I don't know if she is. I think I've shuffled them enough. We're just going to do this 3 cards. It's not any other kind of reading. All right. King of Swords. Oh.
I'll move it. Gosh.
Don't you have enough room?
No.
I
No,
know.
I don't.
I know. Knight of Swords.
I have the Sun Man here blocking me and all kinds of problems.
Well, we have only court cards for your question. And then it's the Queen of Swords. And look at that. They're all the same suit.
Well, Kara did ask, would Odin and Freya be okay with it? So
But-
maybe that's an answer here.
I'll let you go first then.
Okay. Odin says, go for it. What do we got? We got the king here.
The King, the Knight, and the Queen in that order.
That's the King of Swords reversed.
The King, the Knight, the Queen
Oh.
in that order.
I see it, the king. I thought that was a knight. But
Oh, you
anyway,
thought wrong.
the king says, go for it. Make your decision. Make your decision and go for it. But Freya, I don't know. Freya might be a little bit on the other end of things. She's the Queen of Pentacles, right? So,
You're right, it is discs.
thought so. So the Queen of Pentacles here is reversed and says, are you ready for this? Are you truly ready? Maybe you need to prepare yourself more for this journey. And I think with the Knight of Swords here in the middle, it might be indicating to me that you shouldn't move too fast on this. You should make sure you're ready to take this on.
I like that. I mean, I sort of see the Knight as not being the possibility of Odin or Frey. I feel those are maybe possibly the outer cards. So that Knight of Swords is just saying, this is not something necessarily you move quickly towards. You want to give it all the respectful teaching and learning and whatever it is. I think that maybe with the Queen of Coins reversed, Freya could be considering that you have to always consider where you really lie in that. Like if these teachings, remove a part of your own sense of self from you, any teachings that really take you, I don't know what the words I'm looking for is, but you have to remain in control basically, and you have to have your role in the legacy be defined the way you see it, not the way someone else or somewhere else in that legacy is trying to pull you in there. Does that make sense? I don't know. Lilies. Those lilies again. Is there a bear in the...
I was just going to ask
I
that.
don't
Freya's
think there
not
is.
associated with a bear, I don't think. But
cats?
but the interesting thing is seeing the bear here with the lilies, it indicates to me that this could be a long-term process for you. And because the lilies are here too, it will be very empowering for you. Or perhaps once you go through the whole thing, you will be empowered. But I think that long term, this will make you a lot stronger. This will make you a lot more secure and self-confident. And and really a force to be reckoned with, I would say, Kara.
There's really nothing very incompatible about those two paths. So I think that's what this is saying really, is that you will grow. You will grow, and you will grow strong. You will strongly grow. It will be helpful.
Looks good. I think you've got a green light with the caveat of, are you prepared? And if not, take the time. Take the time that's necessary, to make sure you're going to pull this off, because there's definitely, some rewards in doing so.
There's your green light.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Good luck with that.
Good luck. I know I'm bored here, so I'm playing with the,
Oh, God.
the light
You're
machine.
bored? Hey, everybody.
Not bored of the people, bored of...
Victoria wants to know what she needs to know. What's coming up?
Pick a deck. Pick a deck, my dear. Pick a deck.
I'm looking.
You're welcome, Libra.
I'm
Good luck to
debating.
you.
Oh, heck, let's use the Witch's Garden. All right. You're welcome, Libra. Good luck with that. Interesting reading. Oh, you giving me these cards late. Just noticed there's a hole in my fluorite at the top. It's kind of interesting. The light's coming through it.
You and that Bradley Cooper.
What's with Bradley Cooper?
He's the raccoon, right? Is he Rocket Raccoon? I don't remember.
You're asking me?
Oh, that's how we signal the UFOs? With Bradley Cooper? Take him. He's really... You'll like him. Swinging in the garage.
Ah, what's coming, you said, right? What's happening, what's coming? It's the Seven of Cups reversed.
What's happening?
It's the Ten of Wands reversed.
You shouldn't want to know.
Wow. It's the Four of Pentacles reversed, too. Well,
Holy moly!
yeah. I'm
A
thinking.
Star is boring?
I'm thinking here that making a choice, move, or decision, finally deciding on something that maybe you've been looking at a lot of options and ruminating about for some time, I feel here making that final decision finally could happen, but only if you unburden yourself from some things that may be getting in the way. Maybe some things in your life that you no longer need to hold on to. Whether it's metaphorical, whether it's inside you, or whether these are physical, tangible things. That is a Pentacle card, so I can't rule that out. But Pentacles to me are also about the body, which is why I also feel this is something you could be holding inside you. And once you eliminate the burdens, it'll be easier for you to move on something you've really decided that you want to do. Like, for example, I'm just going to throw this out there, Victoria, You're going to the gym, you're working on your body, right? And you're trying to eliminate some of the pain and things that have been holding you back and that have been burdening you. And you want to relieve some of the stress and strain, okay? And so I think that once you do that, you will be able to move forward. So that's just an example, but I'm sure you can think of other ones in your life that this might apply to.
Is that middle one the Ten of Wands?
Yes.
Reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I almost wonder, Victoria, I realize that, we all have a lot of ideas and dreams. Are you dreaming really big? Are you thinking there's a big decision you're going to be making? It will really change a lot of things, and you'll have to maybe make some big changes, but you really will be positioning yourself or positioning things away from you that are a burden or struggle right now. It's a big decision. It's something that you really think maybe will be helpful. So here's the Lenormand, and you want strength, of course. There's your bear.
Wow.
And the Tower. And the Tower, of course, is not Tarot's Tower, so this isn't about bad mistakes. This is not about a bad mistake. This is more likely you having to look into or at or be associated or relate to institutional qualities that maybe give you strength. So this could be therapeutics, this could be a program, a routine of some sort. Maybe you're thinking you have to do something really big in order to, make those changes you want, and they may relate to, something, structured.
Well, the family traumas are truly things you should outgrow. That with the Four of Pentacles here, there is that sense of property or ownership, and you should release that. Things that are burdening you. I'm looking at the Tower and the bear and thinking here that your strength may come through something more formal, structured, like a trainer, like a doctor, like a physical therapist, like a therapy worker if you're releasing these traumas. But also there's an interesting feeling I have here, because the Tower often talks about isolation or being alone. And, this might be that you will finally be standing in your power and feeling perfectly comfortable being alone. And so maybe that is releasing some of the things, that you have been holding on to here.
Because this is about structuring with this Tower here, I sort of see it kind of, leaks into the Four of Pentacles, right?
Let's add SP to the list. SP has joined us. Do you mind, Victoria?
Yeah, we'll do that.
For SP.
That's the last one, though, right?
I guess. It's 8:05.
Oh, we'll want to just sit around and chat?
Well, it'll be the last one, but what if somebody comes in?
Well, of course, if somebody comes in. No, I'll make you do it. I'll make Victoria do it.
Victoria wants to go work out.
Yeah, you can't work out unless you get rid of anyone else after SP.
Get to the point.
Okay, so I feel there's this structuring going on here that relates to both the Wands card here, the Ten of Wands, and, one is about what you have to give up, and, one is about what you want to give up, and one is about what you are giving up. So that's kind of interesting. I'm just wondering if you really have to make some compromises with these overall goals, health goals, or whatever is going on there. There are things you want to give up, and there are things you have to give up.
So it is interesting, just to kind of sum up again, I would just say, if I read it this way, I would be saying here, you're finally ready to make a move and make a decision that will help ease, whatever's been pressuring you, stressing you, burdening you, and you're ready to release it. And it will totally empower you, and make you feel confident and secure unto yourself. So good luck with that.
Good luck. SP, that's fabulous. Thank you for that feedback.
Did it happen? You're still waiting for paperwork on the move. Okay.
Well, we
Said he is happy to support it. That's awesome.
we're happy for you. Cool.
Yay!
Nice. We know you've been waiting for this for a long time, and it's very important to you.
I'll take my cards. Oh.
I appreciate you giving us that feedback too.
Well, go ahead and type a question, SP.
We love the success stories.
Yeah, I'm really happy. That's awesome.
Good for you too, Victoria. And you're welcome, of course. Okay, a general message from the universe.
Okay.
You got it.
That was my deck, so it's yours.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well then, let's see. I think I'll use my Nefertari. I don't know, Victoria. Something's up, isn't it? Sounds like a plan. I don't
Toby
think.
can, look at Sunny while we're reading for people. Maybe they can have a conversation telepathically. Telepathically. Oh, I like that. He's out in the hall pouting.
Oh no.
Well, let him in.
Okay, SP, general message from the universe. Let's hope it's a good one.
It's Mr. O's deck. We never know. Uh-oh. It's already turning it over.
Okay, it's justice reversed.
All right. That's all right.
It's a Knight of Swords reversed. And it's the Nine of Wands reversed.
What? All right.
Well, we have our work cut out for us.
We do.
It's a bale of hay. Oh, it's the hack thing.
The scythe.
The scythe. And the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, you may have gotten good news, but it just a general message right now is understanding that maybe things still are not as balanced as you want. You are still waiting for the paperwork, and your boss is supporting you. That's part of that's a good thing here. But I have a feeling that things may still kind of not move as quickly as you'd like. There may be some issues that could be involved, and I'm not even sure if the situation is necessarily about that, SP, because it was a general message. So I would just say right now that there is still some things that are not balancing out for you in life, and take it slow. Don't push the envelope on it. Try to sort out what's wrong. If you go too fast, you're liable to make some mistakes. Now, this could be, for example, if you're behind with bills and, you've got debts piling up or something, and you have to, pay some of them, but be sure you're doing it in the right manner, that you're not overextending yourself. In other words, you're giving too much to one thing and then suddenly you're left with nothing. So you really have to give something some thought here and not move without thinking first. And finally, I'm sorry, I was just going to go through the three. And finally, I would just say here with this Nine of Wands reversed indicates to me it could be all of this is taking place because of this card. And it's basically because something happens, I think, that you're not totally prepared for. Now, could it be the move suddenly happens and then you've got to hustle and pull everything together, and you could make some mistakes, this relocation? Or could it be something else that just upends your world right now and puts you kind of at a disadvantage?
I sort of am going with that idea from her, especially because I look at that and I think that, their timetable may not be your timetable, and that, maybe you got too used to them putting you off, and then all of a sudden now they're going to say, okay, you got to go. And then you weren't actually prepared to do that because you were thinking they were still going to be giving you a runaround. So I do think that you have to be careful that you don't get pushed into going faster than you need to. If you do have deadlines that are unalterable, you'll have to figure it out. But if you can, pace yourself, that will be very important. And in general, just, if you're tying up loose ends, because, this is a message from the universe, and if the universe is saying that at some point you are expecting to move up per your plans, then you do have to be prepared. And that leads us to that card there too, and there is a sense there that preparedness is maybe something you always kind of wrangle with a little bit, so you might have to rein yourself in more than you have before. I think the Justice reverse could only be the idea that maybe all these things may pop when you're not really ready for them. I don't think it means that there's injustice in the world or that anything is necessarily more imbalanced than you're used to dealing with. It could just be saying things are going to pop, and you'll have to make quicker decisions than you may feel comfortable with.
Well, and the other thing is, this isn't the end of the world with the Lenormand, but you have a positive card here and you have the Scythe. And so I'm wondering here if what this is saying is some of this may cut into your joy about the situation a little bit. It may bring you down, whether this is about work or something else is going on in your life. I want to, just bring it full circle to that again. This doesn't necessarily have to be about that situation.
Yeah.
But if it fits, it fits. And so this may cut into your sense of joy, having to deal with whatever this imbalance is and trying to get everything together, and also trying to learn to pace yourself when you just rather get it over with. But you really need to think things through and not move too hastily. And this could also indicate to me that maybe you have to cut through whatever this is in order to really feel the joy again.
Well, I like that too, and I think I'm going to approach it slightly sideways maybe and say that as you realize that, your momentum is starting to kick in and that things are happening, whether it's related to the move or just related to other changes going on in your life, you may feel that you have to work at putting things in order, moving things to where they need to go, cutting away things. But you're going to do that with the idea maybe that you bring joy to your life because you are preparing yourself for what you've been hoping for.
The Sun is a very positive card, and it kind of does uplift the cards around it. So I am thinking this is not going to be such a devastating blow for you. It's just a frustrating, a bit of frustration. So getting to where you want to be. But I think that overall you'll get there. It's just a matter of don't behave recklessly, don't do without thinking first, and make sure all your ducks are in a row.
All right.
That's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that. Congratulations. I'm glad that your boss, that everything was so congenial, and that, they're going to be working with you on this. Hopefully it'll work out. Good luck with that. All right. Well, and thanks for the feedback. We love to hear.
Yeah, really appreciate knowing that.
Yeah, we love to hear what happens one way or another with some of these readings.
We want to feel good too.
Yeah, or not if we were wrong. But if we were wrong and you got a better thing and not a bad thing, that makes us happy too.
So you're welcome, and we do hope to see you again.
So I want to remind everybody, we talked about our shows next week. At some point, I believe next week, we'll be doing a monthly modality message.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
because the sun will be moving
into
Cancer. Moon
Our
children.
friend Gina's a Cancer. I hope she comes in for a birthday reading.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
I'll
if
have to
Gina
talk
came in
to her
for
about that.
a
and
birthday reading.
Remind her. We might even offer her one off camera. She's such a loyal fan and friend. Long distance. And so, yes, do check that out. It's for the modalities of the zodiac. And the modalities are cardinal, fixed, and mutable signs. So, but that reading is good for your sign for the month ahead.
Well, technically, we are going to something called, it's just a one evening event on a Sunday evening. The 23rd, it's the Michigan Pagan Gathering. Several years back, prior to COVID, there was one that was going on. It ran about 7 or 8 times. And it was a big event. It was a camping event at a campgrounds, and it was a pretty nice event, but it's been void since COVID.
Yeah.
And this is their first attempt at maybe trying to stake their claim again. So it's just
To bring it back slowly, so they're doing it with a one-day event.
So I am going to that, and I am going to do a guided meditation. It's what I do when I perform a ritualistic thing. And I'm hoping to do that on the 23rd in the evening, and we'll see how it goes. I guess there's going to be mostly a vendor event. I haven't heard about too many other events going on there. It's just going to be a lot of vendors there, so we may be it.
No card readers?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe I should read while you meditate.
That would be nice, but you better find out if you need a table permit or whatever.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen at this point, but that's okay. That's okay.
Onward and upward.
Onward and upward. So, anyway, that's it. That's what we've got. And not much else planned for solstice. But we'll be here. Is that a Sunday? No.
It's a Friday.
Oh, it's Friday.
It's a week from Friday.
Yeah, it's a week from Friday.
Summer sun, we watch as...
I can't sing that one.
Why not?
Summer sun, we watch as you set, sending your long arms of light to the west. Summer sun, you shine so bright as you begin your return to the night. Love that one. Anyway.
And where's Anthony? Where's any of those people that like us singing or me singing?
Anyway, take care, Victoria. You can go run off to the gym now as we say our farewells. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We're ending, gosh, a little bit early again. So
I love it.
So anyway, I would love more readings. So if you know anybody who could come and get a reading, send them to our YouTube channel. All right, everybody, take care, and we will see you Saturday for a happy hour.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.